is there anybody else who's starting to have just a little bit of anxiety over the fact that the Montreal Canadiens actually look really, really good? On top of that, last night on TSN, Darren Dreger and Jeff O'Neill both said that they think at some point Sidney Crosby could end up in Montreal with this inevitable rebuild that's going to happen. And I cannot mentally handle that. When I heard that last night, I had to go outside, take a walk, get some air. That makes me very, very nervous. Either way, I'm hoping what the Montreal Canadiens are doing right now is just what the Buffalo Sabres have done in the past few years, which is start the season like bats out of hell, plateau, and then start to dip as the year goes on. Fingers crossed that's what's happening in Montreal. Except for Jeff Petrie, I don't mind him going off. I got on my fantasy team. Guy's an undercover stud. Tyler Toffoli, can we talk about him for a second, Vancouver Canucks fans? How do you feel about letting this guy go? I don't know what's worse, the fact that you let him go or the fact you got to play him 28 times this year. That's a tough pill to swallow. But they look good. I'll hand it to them. Habs look good. You know who else looks good? Is the Carolina Hurricanes, who shut out the Cup champs last night. Maybe this is a year that they're actually legit and can go on a real serious run. Keep an eye on the Canes. Don't sleep on them. Last night during the Leaf game, I noticed an abundance of pathetic slashing calls. And apparently this has been happening all over the league, where if you touch a guy in his glove with your stick, even if it's a harmless little flick of the wrist, it's a 2-minute penalty. The guy can be totally unbothered. It cannot affect him at all. It is a penalty. Meanwhile, while that is happening, Austin Matthews is in front of the net getting cross-checked 400 times consecutively, and that's not a penalty. So someone tell me what's going on, because this does not make one damn bit of sense. These pathetic little slashing calls are bastardizing the game of hockey. And you wonder why so many people have been turned off by hockey in the NHL in the last few years, calling it soft and it's not the same anymore. It's ridiculous, Gary Bettman, give me the rule book for 1 minute. I just want to rewrite a few things. But then again, the Leafs do have the best power play in the league right now. Wayne Simmons looks like he's resurrected his Philadelphia Flyers days. So I don't mind the power plays all the time. Either way. What was the other thing I wanted to say? Oh, Jimmy Rutherford, former Pens GM who resigned the other day. I wish there were more GMs in the NHL that had the Jim Rutherford mentality, which is go big or go the fuck home. Let's swing for the fences every time. He did that, and it helped to win 2 cups in Pittsburgh. The last few years, he's tried to keep the team relevant and contending. It hasn't worked out. The Pens are shit. They signed Cody Ceci in the offseason. Come on. In the process, he's cleaned out all of his draft picks. His stock shelf is emptier than my Bumble profile. And it just hasn't worked out. So he's gone. But my point is, I don't think Penguins fans really give a shit because they've got 2 ships. I wish there were more NHL GMs that took risks like him. The problem is a lot of NHL GMs are tentative. I think they are keeping their job security top of mind, obviously. They don't want to make too big moves to potentially hinder their position as GMs down the line. I think a lot of them are happy just being in the dance every year, contending, and we'll see what happens. Either way, we're going to throw some Tendy love out to Jimmy Howard, who retired the other day. A lot of people forget that Jimmy Howard was a legit star in this league at one point. Last few years has not been great for him, but he retires as the Red Wings' 4th all-time wins leader and the 3rd all-time shutout leader. Was that reversed? It might have been reversed. Either way, I don't remember. But those are pretty good numbers to hold for an original 6 franchise. So have a career, Jimmy Howard. Way to go. And finally, I know a lot of you guys asked me about merch this week because I gave out some Hockey Illuminati hats in a contest. We will have merch at some point this year. I have held off on doing it, not because I'm busy with work and all kinds of other shit, but more importantly, I've wanted to do, when I do merch, I want to do it right. I want to make sure that it's high quality, good stuff that all you bros and hoes are actually going to want to buy and enjoy wearing. So at some point that will come out this year. Keep your eyes on that. Leave a comment, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are. Have a happy Friday. And thanks for watching.